this lucky, she said you ain't gotta ask. This girl is super bad, she the best I ever.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Artemis here. I'm bringing you guys my review for The Last of Us, created by Naughty Dog, exclusive to the PlayStation 3. I know you guys are probably saying, why have you waited so long to actually bring out this review? Well, you know what? Hey, I do work for a living, and also because the multiplayer has actually kept me away from playing the single player because it's just that good of a multiplayer game. Now, I'm not going to make this review too long. I'm going to make it as less spoilers as possible because I don't want to spoil it for people, and I know there are a lot of people out there that has not played this game because you know what, they only got Xbox and not a PlayStation 3. So I'm going to make this as less spoilers as possible. Now I'm going to say that Naughty Dog has made a fantastic game. This is a fantastic game that I haven't played in a long time from a game to be like this good, this awesome that I played it. And it gave me a lot of feels in this game. Just from the first couple minutes in playing this game, I was pretty much literally crying. Yes, I am a big baby and I did cry. And I'm gonna tell you that this game brings you right into the story from the start with the mayhem, the fear, the survival that leads to the outbreak of the infection. Now, the main character that you do play mostly throughout the game is named Joel. In the beginning of the game, you know why he's so hardened and saying, you know, we do what we must to survive from the infected and humans, but mainly from humans. He can deal with the infected, it's just the humans he just can't trust that much, which means he does a lot of killing, he does torture, he brutally beats people up to survive. You know, Joel, he kind of just draws a very thin line of who to trust when it comes to pretty much anybody. I mean, you can't really blame him of the life he has, you know, he's put up with in this actual game. Now, he does loosen up with Ellie around as the game goes forward, you know, sharing a father-daughter bond with Ellie that kind of affects his decision towards the end of the game for her. Now, the second main character is named Ellie, who is a 14-year-old tough kid. She's immune to the infection as she was bitten previously from an infected doing stupid kid stuff, and Joel, you know, has to pretty much smuggle her out of Boston and keep her alive throughout their journey and to deliver her to the group called the Fireflies outside of Boston, who actually is hired by Marlene, the head of the Fireflies, to actually smuggle Ellie outside of Boston. However, the military and the affected just keeps interfering with that drop off, so Joel and Ellie must travel further to reach the Fireflies' actual main base. Now, Ellie, I want to say this kid actually has a mouth on her. I mean, I like that the grown-ups in the game doesn't kind of like correct her, like say, hey, don't say that, you know, you're a young lady, blah, blah, blah. I'm happy that Naughty Dog didn't put that into the game because it will be annoying. I mean, it's the end of the world. I mean, I'll curse like a freaking seller too. But I'm kind of happy that Naughty Dog didn't kind of put that in there because it would have gotten really annoying. So she does cuss like, you know, like crazy. Now, as the game does progress, you know, Ellie does help you out by taking out like other humans infected and opening gates and grabbing ladders and stuff like that. So she's not just a useless, little partner just hanging out. She does actually do things. And what I like about Ellie is you get to play Ellie in the game for a short while, and I will say her takedowns are way better than Joel's. It's much brutal in my opinion. You know, this girl can really handle herself when it's her time to shine. And I love the whole part of playing Ellie in the game that kind of made me sad how she looked after the entire ordeal and running into David's group of men, and a man that actually is not what he seems to be when you first meet him. But it was kind of sad actually watching that and how, you know, she kind of gotten a grasp of what, you know, bully life is when she actually has to survive on her own. So it does kind of change her a little bit like towards the end of the story. Now, the ending of this game between the two characters, you know, leaves a lot of questions of the decision made, that Joel made the decision for Ellie at the end. Now, I did have questions myself, like did Ellie really, you know what would happen to her if she was given to the Fireflies when they made it to their main base? You know, it was never really hinted from Marlene that were kind of actually hinted that Ellie, you know, was going to end up like she did at the end. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to spoil any spoilers for you, but you know, or maybe I just didn't catch that in the story, but I'm not going to spoil it for you guys of what really happens to Ellie at the end. But all I know is that it does kind of affect Joel's decision, and it actually kind of affects, you know, what he does for her. You know, either way, whatever the consequences was out of it, it was going to probably in you know, not in the favor of everybody, because between Joel, Ellie, and Marlene's like actual perspective of what was at stake to save thousands of lives, you kind of actually would think that, was Joel's decision selfish? Was it right or was it wrong? That, he does give gamers something to think about from the story when you're actually done playing this game. Either like I said, in my opinion, either way, like you would think, from the characters, from those 3 characters, the consequences would have been high regardless of what it was. Now, for the multiplayer, yes, I've been telling you guys about the multiplayer more than the actual single player for like a month now. You have to play it. It is a good multiplayer fun game that wasn't just slapped together to give The Last of Us that longevity, or just to be there, that other heavily single player games are now doing, that turning out garbage in my opinion, when they do add multiplayer mode. But it seems that Naughty Dog has actually put some thought into The Last of Us multiplayer to make it actually fun and enjoyable at the same time. So jump on that multiplayer, because the DLC is coming out soon, and I'm going to be all on that when it does come out, because the multiplayer is very exciting. Just make sure you actually get a team together, because playing with randoms is an absolute headache. It really is an absolute headache. So get a group together, and you will just enjoy the fun game of the multiplayer mode of The Last of Us. It's really good. Now, my overall score for The Last of Us, I'm going to say it is a 10 out of 10, which I basically never do for a game, but this game gets a 10 out of 10. Yes, the reviews you've been reading is not a lie when you have been reading, giving it a perfect score. Down the board, this game is all around an awesome game, from the single player to the multiplayer. So I'm telling you guys, go out there, get this game, because you will not be disappointed. Those that only have Xbox, somehow try to grab a PlayStation 3 from somebody and play this game, because this game is truly a game you want to own, because it's that type of game that it's that awesome that Naughty Dog has created a really good game. Alright guys, tell me what you guys think of this game, that that those that actually do have a PlayStation 3 that has played it, and tell me your favorite moments in the game, your favorite character in the game. I know mine was probably Joel and Bill and Ellie. Those 3 were just hilarious throughout the game. But tell me who you guys, what was your review of the game, your favorite character, and what was your score on how Naughty Dog actually did with this game, because it was that amazing in my opinion. Alright guys, I will see you guys later. Thank you guys as always for watching. If you want to see my last video, just click on the video under where it says last video, and next to it is a random video. You won't know what the topic is about unless you click on it. Also follow me on Twitter, and also like me on Facebook.